everyone, Fluffy here, back with another mukbang. What I have for you today, taco salad. Very low carb, I'm sure. Some of you people that I told you that I was going to try to do portion control, and it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't had lunch. This is my only meal for today. I will probably try some of that bone broth that I got that y'all will have seen in the unboxing if you watch unboxing later, with maybe a turkey hot dog in it. So this is the majority of my meal for today. I did a close-up and I'll put it in right here. Oh my God, isn't that awesome? And I haven't even finished putting this stuff on it, okay? I have 2 forks because I think it was Evan who said these are hard to poke. I didn't have a problem with the tomatoes, but this is a lot of different stuff, so I brought a backup fork. Well, we're going to start with this one. Gonna put some, when I did that Walmart shop, y'all, I always put on there that they can substitute because I'd rather have something than nothing. But unfortunately, they substituted my squeeze sour cream with a tub of sour cream. So, not happy about that. I have to work harder. See, I don't like the gloppies when I could just, you know. First world problems, I know. Okay. Yeah, I just looked at it. Yeah. And when I was setting up, I dropped a bag in it. Okay, then I put a few jalapenos. It's like nachos with just salad instead of tortilla chips. I have a story about that. Those in the middle because I'll add it as I need them. For y'all who watch my unboxing, the dogs just love the dog food. If you don't know what I'm talking about, my daughter got a good deal on the WAG, W-A-G brand of dog food. It is Amazon's brand of dog food. I didn't know they had their brand, but it is, according to my kid. She usually does research. And then I have the guacamole. And I think this is the spicy one because I see the red, but I don't remember using all of my non-spicy ones. So I don't know what the hell happened. But whichever one, let me turn that down, y'all. Because I started talking to Smash and I'm going to get this out, y'all. Okay, look. It comes with it bumped in. I guess that's to make it look like more. But I'll bump it out so that I can get it all out. Oh, y'all. So, no carbs in the salad. Maybe 3 carbs, maybe. I think because there's different lettuces. I don't know what the carb count on radicchio is, which is the red. 1 whole Roman tomato, 3.7 carbs, about 1 carb for the onions. No carbs in the guac. No carbs in the sour cream. So this is really a carb-friendly dish. So, got my water. Oh yeah, that's a spicy guac. All right. You think it'll bite it? Yeah. All right, let's do that. Okay, let's get started. I hear it. Well, there you go. It's poking. Well, That's a big mouthful. Mm. I don't have any more of my homemade salsa, and I haven't made any in a while. When I cook my taco meat, I usually put a couple of spoons in there. It keeps it moist. It adds all those flavors. And we don't buy jarred salsa because store-bought salsa has sugar in it. What brands depends on how much. My daughter will do black bean salsa, you know, the exotic salsas, which to me aren't salsa. Salsa to me is tomatoes and jalapeno. Yeah. Mango salsa? No, not even. That's mango salt. That's mango salad with jalapenos in it. So the by the time this gets uploaded, it will already be up. But I wanted to get on it because I was getting hungry. I have no salad dressing on here like the last taco salad I ate. The juices and the sour cream and stuff are my salad dressing. So I'm just gonna sit over on the couch, but I know you will have noticed it. This floor lamp, if I do record over there, I'm gonna have to take it with me because I have a shadow on my face and I don't like that. I mean, this lighting is bad enough. So I just said, screw it. Laptop's back over here. The table's back over here. And you see right there, right? The minute I quit filming the other one. Well, the shoes I bought, little tight, like here are your toes, and of course that's your ankle, right here, right under that bow, and there is a elastic underneath there, but I'm afraid that if I cut it, then they'll be too big. So because I did try them on. So hopefully between now and Saturday, I've got some paper stuffed underneath there to try to stretch it. So hopefully it'll stretch. And that was my daughter texting me, y'all. Shiva, go lay down. Really? I'm wearing white. And the piece I dropped had guacamole in it. This is so good. You don't need salad dressing on a taco salad when you've got sour cream and guac. A piece of jalapeno. Review on this, you can poke. It's not like a metal one. I mean, for sure. Maybe they don't make the tines sharper because they'll be thinner and they'll break off. I don't know, but so far I'm not having too much problems with it. So So, I know in one of my last videos, I was telling y'all that I turned it down, but the notifications still come up. I'm not sure it's not my kid, okay? Okay, no. The story about how I met Sarge, and sometimes the guilt I feel, that friendship. Tell the story because I want to share my relationship with Sarge with you and not to make anybody look and or feel bad. Up here where y'all can see me. Met Sarge at the prison. The prisons are like on hills in a little rinky-dinky town, and the units, that's what you call a prison, a unit. The units are located right at the edge of town. And we use terms like up the hill and down the hill. I worked at the only male facility in that small town. And it was built on the highest hill. So the rest of the units are female prisons. So if somebody transferred to one of the female units, we say they went down the hill. And if it's the opposite, they come from a female unit and then they go to the male facility, then they moved up the hill. Okay, because I have to use that term because when I tell prison stories, I usually use prison lingo. So she transferred from down the hill. Was assigned to my building. Liked her right away. Kind of showed her the ropes and, you know, told her who and she should and should not talk to, but I would leave it up to her, but, you know, gave her a heads up. You want people to know your business, go talk to them, you know. So anyway, we got along. Every time we worked together, we had a good time. As much of a good time as you can have working in a prison. We get on this train of, we got 30 minutes for lunch, and you'd have to go down the hill, and the Walmart was a good 10 minutes away. We had 15 or 30 minutes. I think we got 30 minutes. Anyway, so if anybody wanted to go to Walmart, I usually ran the building, which means I was in charge of the 600 inmates that were on the building, the 6 officers taking their breaks and making sure they got breaks and stuff. So anybody wanted to go off the unit to eat or grab something, they'd go on break last. That way, if they went over a few minutes, they would not eat into somebody else's because everything was on a schedule. We would take turns going to the Walmart and getting these Walmart sandwiches that were wrapped in butcher block, and you had to microwave them. If she went, she'd pick me one up, and if I went, I picked her one up. But I can't remember if the ex was working at the male facility with me. So when I went back to work, because I had worked for the prison system before, quit for a long time, and then went back. But the ex started first, and she went to a female unit. And then I thought, okay, I'll go back too. So then I went back. Well, when she saw all the days off that I got, she wanted to try out working in a mail facility. So I know that I was friends with Sarge first. Whether it was the ex just never had the opportunity to work with her, or she hadn't made it to the unit yet. I think that's what the case was. But anyway, so me and Sarge were pretty good friends before my ex was. But once they met, Sarge would come over. She taught us how to make buttery nipples. Sarge's favorite shot. If she ever took a shot, she loved buttery nipples. Butterscotch schnapps and Baileys. And she could float the two, because that's the whole thing. You have to float one over the other. I don't know. When I would make him, it'd be one shot. It wouldn't float. So when she could, she'd come over and hang out with us and stuff. And my wife was allergic to cigarette smoke, although when we first met, she smoked and had to quit, and then she has asthma. I loved going to the club. I did. Gave that up when I went with the ex. So I even went out with Sarge one night to the club. We met some other friends that I have. The guy that gave me away and his wife, we went to a country western club. Just hung out for a few hours, and so, we were all getting along real well. Well, then, trouble started, and with me and the ex, things got worse. We were having problems. And I can't remember. Sarge helped us move with the other few people. Sarge was seeing someone, or started seeing someone, and so, lives drift apart, but we kept in touch. And then one night, me and the ex broke up. And we never, except for this final one, we never, sorry, this is bugging me. Dell's telling me that there's no viruses. So we broke up, and she was sleeping in a different room. We never moved out of the house. When we broke up, we broke up so many times. There were times where we were broke up, still sleeping in the same bed. But I believe that me and the ex had moved to our new unit, had transferred to the new unit. I think Sarge had made sergeant by that time. So one night, me and the ex get into this really bad fight. It was bad. Yelling. It was the only time that the ex ever said anything about my weight. She called me a fat bitch. Stormed off. Went into her room. I followed her. I'm sick of you mumbling. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sick of you mumbling. Because she would do that. She'd leave the room, but then I could hear her just mumbling. She'd do it on purpose, because then she wouldn't tell me what she was mumbling about. Well, she walked off and was mumbling, and I got pissed. I followed her. So it was really an accident, because when I walked into her room, I swung the door open to her bedroom and walked in, and as I guess she thought about it too, like she wasn't done yelling at me, so she was on her way out of the room. So when she was moving forward and I was going in, we came face to face. She got pissed and told me to get the F out of her face. Well, by then I'm mad. You know, you do things, no. So she told me again to get out of her face, and I said no. She pushed me. I looked at her. I got mad, and I went in and I pushed her back. Was that right? Probably not. Then, I put a disclaimer in here because to this day, she says she doesn't remember the next part. She runs up to me, walks over swiftly, you know what I mean? Not regular walking. And it was only like a matter of 3 feet. She rushes over to me and grabs me right here by the shirt. She's got this look in her eye that I've never seen before. It scared me pretty bad. And I said, I put my hand over hers and I looked at her and I said, her real name, Mrs. Fluffy, don't take it there. Please don't take it there. And she kind of blinked and she looked at me and took a step back. So I ran out of the room and I ran into the master bedroom where I still was staying because she moved out of our master bedroom. And she was right behind me. But I managed to get in there, lock myself in. She was screaming at the top of her lungs and banging on the door. So I got afraid and I wasn't going to call my family because I didn't really think that she would come in the room, but I was still scared over that incident. So I couldn't call my family because I didn't want them to come over and make it worse. Didn't want to call her family because they were so far away and couldn't do anything anyway. So I called the only person that I could think of that I wanted to call, and that was Sarge. I called the prison, and I was hysterical at this point, and it just so happened, before 5 p.m., you have to, when you call in on the weekdays, you get the switchboard. After 5 p.m., and on the weekends, administrative people don't work, so your central control, which is where I worked all the time, took all incoming calls. Get your money when you get your money. So, it just so happened that Sarge was in central control doing her check. She had been sergeant at the time because she was signing all the books, verifying paperwork. She picked up the phone. And as soon as I heard her voice, I just broke down. I was crying. I was half yelling, sobbing really, and told her what happened. Do you want me to come over? No. Are you sure? Are you safe? Yes. Do you think she'll try to come in the room? No, I think I'll be fine. It helped that you talked to me. Are you sure? Yeah. I left it at that. And then afterwards, I felt guilty because I called her at work and I shouldn't have done that. Well, I found out later, and I don't know why. I don't know why I talked to the officer that I talked to, but I found out later that she wanted to, she was so upset and angry that she wanted to leave work to come to our house and handle things for me. Just say. After that, some time went by. I left the house. I went to go see the brother-in-law. And my daughter spent the weekend. at my brother-in-law's to get away. And then when I came back, I spent the night at my mom's. No, I didn't go for that weekend. I went to my mom's. It was a different time that I went. So I spent a couple of nights at my mom's house. Then I came back and we talked. We talked about what happened. And like I said, when I told her she had grabbed me, she honestly didn't remember. She was upset with herself. Doesn't remember calling me the fat bitch. And she felt bad. But after everything's resolved, it would always go back to, but it's not right that I grabbed you, but you wouldn't get out of my face. I'm like, well, I got in your face by accident. And then when you try to tell me what to do, then I refuse. Doesn't excuse you putting your hands on me. I know, but, you know. Anyway. We made up. Stayed together. Now, I know they say you shouldn't, but I did it. It never happened again. I never ever felt when we would fight that she would, I ever felt again that she was going to hit me, except for the day that she left. She didn't try, but she kept stepping to me when she would be screeching at me. Well, after that, the ex was upset with Sarge because she felt like Sarge was our mutual friend and that Sarge shouldn't have taken sides. And I'm like, if one of your old friends, even though I would be friends with them, if the same situation would have happened with a friend of yours, with somebody else, you'd take your friend's side. I said, and that's the gist of it. So she had an ex-girlfriend, and I would hear all the time after that, well, you know, I never said anything about you having Sarge as a friend. I would never ask you to stop being her friend, and yet I can't be friends with my friend. I'm like, Sarge has never been an ex-girlfriend. We don't see each other like that. You've had sex with this other girl. And she's only trying to be my friend to stay close to you. So, yeah, there is a difference. And so, because I didn't want to hear it, I kind of pulled back from Sarge. We weren't as close as before. And there were times when, and I'm telling you, Sarge's love is unconditional for her friends, because when the ex would, and I would split up, you know, just in saying we're not together anymore, I would go see Sarge and hang out with her for the day, and she wouldn't judge, she wouldn't say anything, we'd just catch up on what had been going on, and so we never lost contact. That's why I say thank heavens for Facebook. You know, we would talk, but it wasn't that visiting each other type anymore. And it never, when I say it never seemed to bother Sarge, she never held it against me. You know, it was like we'd always stayed as close friends as we were before. And then when the ex and I broke up, it's one of the first people I called, and she was glad for me. And we started getting close again. I told her about my channel, and we've been close ever since. And I held this guilt because I shouldn't have allowed the ex to put pressure on me. I mean, in her defense, she never said don't. But it was always that. And when Sarge had gotten diagnosed with cancer, she contacted the ex and made things right, you know. we had some animosity. I don't want that to be anymore, you know. And they would never be friends, but she just wanted to lay that all to rest. They were never friends on Facebook at all because Sarge didn't care for her. So when I visited Sarge, we talked about that, and I apologized, and she understood. She said she really understood it. Didn't think I needed forgiveness, but she said, if that's what you need, then I forgive you, but there's nothing to forgive. You know, life happens, so. But, and that's it. Like I said, this isn't designed to bash anyone. It's just me talking about my guilt feelings. So, there it is. Can't eat anymore. Put a big hurt on it. There's still quite a bit left. It started to get cool down, so it's feeling kind of, you know, plenty of protein though. Anyway, this story wasn't designed to make anybody feel sad or bad for me. Decisions you make are the decisions you make, and you have to live with them. Every decision comes with consequences, right? So I have to take some responsibility because I allowed it. Doesn't mean it was right that anything happened, but anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to make sure the other video is uploaded, and then I'll edit this one, and hopefully I'll have the courage to actually publish it. Look, see what I'm doing? I'm going to put it away. Put it away. Put it away, Fluff. Put it way over there. Way over there. Show the TV. God bless y'all. Positive vibes out to each and every one of you. Remember to always be kind and be your own advocate. I will talk to y'all real soon, okay? I love you. Bye.